Oh, sorry. The CD is pinking.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I'll stand my ground. Won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground. And I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. And I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one line. In a world that keeps on pushing me around, but I'll stand my ground. And I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. And I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. And I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
That's Tom Petty. That's a song called I Won't Back Down. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme. Good morning. Everything okay in there? What seems to be the trouble? Did I say something funny?
No,
I wasn't aware that I said something even vaguely amusing.
I was talking to the undertone.
And what did he say
He
about
said
what?
something that made me laugh.
Oh, did
Did
he?
you hear me laughing?
It's not like him. I wonder what it
The
was.
undertone's very funny.
Would you like to share it with the listeners? Maybe perhaps
No,
they
no,
could
no.
be doing with a little cheering
No,
up
I
this
don't.
morning. Many of them have lost their jobs.
I
What?
know that. And can I just say this to you? And I,
Yes.
I know the programme has only just started. And
It's only a pub.
what's that there? It's
What
big,
is what?
big, loud talking.
I turned you up because I realised you were too low and people might not want
No,
to
you
hear
turned the wrong thing up. You turned the headphones up, not the
I
microphone.
didn't touch your headphones.
You did.
I didn't
You
touch your
turned
headphones.
the headphones up.
I didn't turn the headphones up. You just sounded louder in your ear because I turned your microphone up.
Well, I shall move back from microphone, shall I?
I'll tell you
'Cause
what.
It's extremely
Why don't you
loud.
move back from the microphone? Okay, what?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I thought you were going to say something. No, I was waiting for you to say something. You said the undertone was going to say something.
No, but that's
amusing.
well, yeah. We moved on. I just was a wee bit worried about you today.
In what way? In what way? Go on, explain.
There's
yourself.
a dullness about you. There's a wee dullness.
You mean in my face and my expression? And what is
and
it?
your whole
no, do you know what it is? My vest is too high.
No, apart from that, it's
Wow.
just your whole
My whole
persona.
body.
Yeah, everything.
My
is-
sona?
Persona. That's it.
persona.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing. It's just there's wee sadness there.
Well, maybe it's because
there's a
I-
story there to be told. I think that's all I'm thinking.
There's
Are you-
no story.
Are you adjusting the levels? I wish you would.
I'm adjusting the levels.
Yes, I
Everything is
thought
fine.
that. That's
Everything
what
is
I
fine.
told you earlier.
Everything is fine.
No, there's a story to be told.
There is no story.
There
to be
is,
told.
and you know, I know, there is a story to be told.
There is no story here. I'm perfectly normal today. I think I look fine.
Oh, yes, you look okay.
I'm
but,
fine. There's
but
nothing wrong with me today.
There's a dullness.
There may be a dullness because
You need another coat of paint. You know what I mean?
Maybe I need scumbled. No, there's nothing wrong with me.
Are you
A few
sure?
quid. I'm worried about my finances.
Don't worry about that.
BBC
Don't worry
aren't paying
about
me
that.
enough money.
Not at all. You worry about money. Don't worry about that.
Well, it's not that, really. It's something else.
Oh. If you can laugh, you can't put a price on laughter.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You can't, no.
No, it's not that. It's not about money. I'm just saying that well, there is something, yes.
Yes, I knew there was something.
I can't really talk about it. It's very personal, and it's of a medical nature.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
I know that.
And nothing to do with what Nolan was talking about. Nothing serious.
I'm not implying that at all.
It's something that it happens to people, and
Is it what we were talking about yesterday?
No!
And what I talked about yesterday,
no, it's
this
not
morning?
That. It's not that.
I talked to Emma about it, and Emma has noticed it as well.
Emma has noticed it as well. Something about me?
Yes.
About me getting smaller?
Yes.
No, that's not true. You made that up.
I did not.
I am not getting smaller.
You are.
I am not getting smaller.
You are. Please believe me. It's a medical fact. Your bones and your muscles, as you get older, start to shrink.
But I accept that. Maybe a centimetre here, a centimetre there. But what you're implying is that
3 centimetres a man will shrink.
3 centimetres a man. Well, I'm not going to shrink overnight 3 centimetres. What am I, some kind of a thing left out in the rain?
But you've reached your 3 centimetres.
I haven't reached
You
it.
have. You're down. I know you're.
I may be down, but I'm not out. I am not visibly smaller.
You're a wee man.
I'm not a wee man. I'm the same size as I always was.
And there's a man who works here in Radio Foyle that you stood beside yesterday, which you should avoid his company.
Is he a tall man?
Big Larry, who works here, you shouldn't stand beside.
Well, he shouldn't
Big
be in
Larry.
our room.
This man. He was better explain to people.
made to come into our room.
Works in our newsroom, and he doesn't belong in our
He's
our
too
room.
tall for our room.
And he came into our room, and he's very, very tall.
We all have to sit down when he comes in. And we can't walk around when he's standing.
No, which you did yesterday, and you stood beside him.
I know, but I didn't like standing beside him. I had to stand beside him. I had to do something. Look, leave me alone, will you? I'm all right. I was okay before this programme started.
But this morning when you and I and Emma were talking in the room, and I said to you, you're getting smaller, and then you left the room, Emma said to me, yes.
I reacted badly to that. No, I'm looking at this thing. Have you seen this thing in the paper about the doctor? Oh, look at the papers today. No one does a royal visit like Northern Ireland.
Piles.
Piles.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
people
No,
are-
I haven't got piles.
People
no.
are asking just.
No, let the people go away. I don't have piles. I have nothing like that. Nothing unsavoury. It's something that is...
People are asking, are they? Emma's asking, will it affect you doing the marathon?
No, it won't affect me doing the marathon. No, it's a small thing.
Emma's laughing.
I know she is. No, but what I'm worried about, I suppose we're talking about medical. Indeed, Nolan was talking about very serious stuff earlier on. But I was attracted to a little story about, apparently, you read this in the paper, about doctor slang. Have you said, do you know when the doctor comes round and maybe you're in the hospital and there's a little notebook at the bottom of your bed,
Yeah.
what kind of a thing
Yeah,
he writes
yeah.
on? Well, he writes stuff on it and nobody's really allowed to see that. But apparently more and more patients are saying, can I look at my chart there? Can I
I've
look
always
at my
looked at my chart.
I know, but you see, normal people don't
But you
look
don't
at
make,
it.
you can't make head nor tail of it.
I know, that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
But I've looked at it.
I know, but the things that he writes down sometimes are not very nice. And they've produced a kind of a glossary of medical abbreviations and what they mean. Do you know if you lifted your chart and you see CTD, what do you think that means?
Oh, I know all those.
CTD?
But
well,
I can't,
why don't you tell me?
I can't remember. There's
You know them, but you can't
no,
tell me what they
there's
are.
there's a thing on the internet now doing the rounds. It's been doing quite a while. It's all hospital talk.
I know,
And
but I never saw that before.
Yeah, but I can't remember them, but they're all, you know.
No, but people write down. Now, CTD, do you know what that is?
It's nothing really medical.
It's circling the drain. That means they expect you to clock out soon. You know where the water circles around the drain and goes down? GLM? What's a GLM?
No, I can't remember them all. I remember reading them and saying it's not for me. It's for
So
doctors.
defensive.
I'm not being defensive.
This is true. This is true. This
I
is
don't
what doctors
believe it.
do.
You see, I don't believe
No,
it
I
for a
believe
second.
it.
I don't believe it for a second,
But you didn't believe me when I told you what chefs do if you send back your steak.
and I don't believe that to this
Oh,
day.
no. Believe me, it's true.
No, it's not true.
Let me just, for the benefit of the
No,
listeners who don't
they
realize
don't
this.
do
Yes, they
that.
do. When you're in a restaurant, never, ever send back any kind of food. For instance, it's quite easy to do that. You think you're being clever and urbane, and you're sitting there, right, and the steak comes, and you say, oh, I'm sorry. I really wanted mine well done. Did I say medium? I'm sorry, that was Mick. Could you send that back, please? I don't really like that. Then it goes in, you see. The chef's down there. I said, what's wrong with that? I said, she sent it back. I said, well, what's wrong with it? He wants it well done. Oh, I didn't say it in the first place. And then he puts a big gob in it. And then he puts it on and cooks it.
I don't believe that for a second.
Telling you.
I've never said anything back.
A man once told me what he did with the chicken.
No, right, okay, but did you ever send anything back?
No, I've never sent anything back.
If it's not nice, I just won't eat it.
I know, but that's
Just leave
because
it and
you're
say, no, I'm sorry.
You're afraid to send it
No,
back.
I would say if the waiter would say to me, is there something wrong with your meal, sir? You say, no, I just wasn't hungry. And me knowing rightly is rotten. But I would just say, no, I wasn't hungry.
Because you're a Catholic. You see,
Accurate.
Protestants say things.
They do
say,
not.
Yeah, they have more confidence than us. You see, we're just happy to get something. You see, and if anybody gives us food at all, say, thank you very much, sir, thank you very much, sir, thank you very much, thank you very much. And, we don't say anything, we don't complain. But Protestants say, excuse, come over here. I don't like this. This fish is not right. This fish is a little off. Take that back. See, we would never do that in a million years. We'd be afraid we'd be thrown out. GPO, what does that mean?
Gone.
Good for parts only.
Yeah.
Teeth, TEETH. Tried everything else. Try homeopathy. UBI. That's the one I like. Unexplained beer injury.
I don't believe that for a second. Neither do you.
I know doctors.
I know doctors.
You must meet doctors in the golf course. They're lying around, falling, getting heart attacks all around the place. Mm-hmm. You must talk to doctors. That's where you find out everything in the golf course. Do you not speak to doctors in the golf course?
I would never, ever talk to a doctor.
Of course you would. What are you talking
in a bar.
Do you speak to doctors on the golf course?
Yes.
Well, what do you talk about?
What did you have the last hole?
That's what I mean. That's medical. Adam says,
yes.
unashamed Highland that I am, there is some social etiquette, albeit not a lot, that even I can obey, and to don't gloat it's most becoming as such. The 69-year-old Englishman I met today did not adhere, and without any apparent reason, he told me he got married last year. And automatically I looked at him, my eyes glazed, and I switched off, but then he delivered the killer line. I got married to my wife, he was 28. Resurrected from my catatonia, my ears pricked up, and he sensed I now revered him. After all, rare is the man or beast fit to defy such long odds. Always quit when you're ahead. Well, not this man, who then snatched defeat from the jaws of victory by saying, oh yes, our wedding was in Kampala, where my wife is from. My geography at school was poor, as we spent the time stabbing each other with compasses and sniffing copy decks. But I assumed Kampala was in some third world backwater. Alas, it's in Uganda. So the moral is this, Gerry: if and when you cozy up to your leggy blonde 40 years your junior, and I feel the moment will soon be upon us, just tell us that, and no more. And don't confess like our fallen hero and his Ugandan betrayal. You know what? Your advocate and mediator in the People's Republic of Clannabogan. I have no idea what that is, I have no idea what that means. I just read that out.
Yeah.
But one of the things I think...
listening.
No, one of the things I think is important is that we realise that, if we go to a restaurant, that's important to get this clear. Now, I am not castigating chefs in any way or people who work in restaurants, but once you send something back, you are putting your head on that chopping block.
I don't believe that.
I'm telling you.
Second, not in this day and age.
I'm
Maybe
telling
in
you.
the 50s when you were eating out in the 50s.
Even more now. Now. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because there is no way that a man can detect what any chef has done to your food unless you send away for chemical analysis, right? Do you want me to tell you what the chef did with the chicken?
I don't.
Well, I'm
I don't.
almost ready to tell you. Anyway, a gentleman, right? We haven't done the Angelus for a while, or Wendy's Pips. It makes me feel all deprived. We'll do the Angelus at 12 o'clock.
The TV was horrible last night.
Oh, good.
Horrible. Did believe that I ever could be saved without giving my all to God. No, I never did believe that I ever could be saved without giving my all to God.
That's a nice little record. Do you know who that is? That's Harper Simon. That's Paul Simon's son. And that's a song called
sounds
All
like
to
the
God.
father.
It sounded like the father. Her name is the father. A gentleman writes to me, great show yesterday, kid. It was dark when Tommy, my cat, and I staggered home after gawking all day at Prince William and Kate Middleton. We placed our 2 Union Jacks carefully beside the true tricolours and slumped down on the sofa. Tommy looked at me and he said, if someone had told me that Prince William and Kate Middleton would be tossing pancakes here in Northern Ireland today, I would have said they were completely insane. When Kate Middleton looked straight at me, I gushed. I felt so servile and common. It was like a fairy tale. The royals are not like common people, said Tommy. They give off a kind of an aura. Like, you know, Katie and Prince William were like 2 alien creatures surrounded by the dregs of humanity. They gave off an ethereal, airy, spirit-like glow. One can see them drinking ruby red wine from crystal goblets, eating lark's tongues from golden plates, and never having to go to the loo. No loo for the royals, I said, and I'll fight any man who says different. Tommy slipped into a red velvet smoking jacket he had rescued from a bonfire and said, I'm worried about Mr. Coyle. Did you hear him have a Les Dennett moment on your show yesterday with regards to impersonations? I knitted my brow with 2 chopsticks and said, what age is Mr. Coyle's youngest child? Oh, I don't know, but I do know she's grown into a fine woman. Baby blues, I yelled. Latent, very latent. Mr. Coyle is suffering from delayed baby blues. Are you suffering from delayed baby blues?
What is that?
I don't know.
Do you
That's
want
what he
to know?
says what it is.
Did you toss your pancake last night?
I did not, actually. I'd never bothered because I feel as if I shouldn't do that anymore.
I was too tired.
I know. I didn't do anything at all. Found a young jet black cat on Racecourse Road. That's here in Derry, Londonderry. Obviously a pet. It's very affectionate. What's wrong with a jet black cat?
Nothing. Emma's laughing in the corner.
Is she? God
Yes.
bless her.
On a clear day, I can see 100 miles ahead of me to a blue sky. Let me fly into the age of light. Let the sunlight split the trees, sail away on a summer breeze to a new life. Far away, every night I pray for a clear day, for a clear day. Now the storm clouds are up and gone, and just got tired of hanging on, and I know why. You and I had to say goodbye. Let the sunlight warm your face, sail away to another place, to a new life. Far away, every night I pray for a clear day, for a clear day. Shine a light on everyone, shine a light on everyone, shine a light on everyone, on everyone. On a clear day, I can see 100 miles ahead of me to a blue sky. Far away, every night I pray for a clear day, for a clear day, for a clear day, for a clear day.
That's Kieran Goss. That's a song called Clear Days. A very special concert coming up on the 1st and 2nd of April in the Grand Opera House in Belfast. Kieran Goss with Tom Paxton, Eddie Reader, Brendan Murphy and Maura O'Connell. And Kieran will be on this programme in a couple of weeks' time to tell us all about that. Hello, I think there's somebody on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, who's this, I wonder?
Gerry, just a wee bit of a problem.
Yes, go ahead.
Someone's in the town this morning and he's lost his wallet.
Oh, dear.
There's a lot of money in it, Gerry, and his bank cards and everything in it.
Do you know the only time I ever lost my wallet, there was 300 quid in it?
Gerry, this is the second time he's lost it.
Well, how did he do that the second time? How did he lose it the first time? Just out of his pocket,
It
fell
just
out?
slipped out of his pocket, and I told him that he works for the council, and I told him not to carry a wallet with him. I know after losing it, but it's happened to him again. He was in a bakery, Gerry. No, a bakery.
Uh-huh.
And he went back there, but apparently nobody has handed it in, and he went to the police station. No words yet. But just that we could put it out if anyone finds it, would they hand it in the nearest station or somewhere.
Okay, so where did he lose it? What bakery?
I don't know, Jerry. It was just about the town somewhere. I haven't got the full details.
What particular area? Any particular area?
That's what I'm saying, Jerry. I never. He doesn't know that I know, you know.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right then.
Just he's one of these wee lads that doesn't want you to know things, you know. He's very independent.
Okay, all right then. So anybody finds a wallet well, it's very difficult, you know.
Well, first time, Jerry, somebody handed it in, and he was lucky enough he got it the first time. He got it back.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes the chances of finding the right person to find your wallet are quite slim, you know.
Yes, I know.
I'd say about 1 in 5.
I just wanted to put on your show, Jerry, because I know it's not popular and everybody would listen, anybody listening.
Okay, so anyone who finds a wallet, so we need to tell them no more than that.
Yes.
Today, this happened today, earlier on today.
Early on today, Jerry. Thanks
all right,
very
so,
much.
All right, no problem. Give us a ring here, 08459 555 678.
Thanks, Jerry.
Not at all. Do you know the only time I
You're
ever...
dying to tell your wallet story, aren't you? You are dying to tell this story. You weren't even listening to George. You wanted to tell George, but George was... You can tell that George is a bit upset and a wee bit angry.
George is upset, but he did...
See, I, for the life of me, and I know you're about to tell your wallet story, but I, for the life of me, cannot understand why men carry wallets.
Because some men go out with money in their pockets.
No, but you put money in your pocket. I mean, men put...
but you don't.
You
don't
lose
bring,
your wallet.
You
You
don't
lose
bring
your wallet,
money
you
with
lose
you.
everything.
No, but you
That's
don't
what I'm
have
saying.
anything. You don't have any credit cards or nothing. You don't have anything. You don't need a wallet. All you
I'm
need
not talking about me. I'm talking
You're talking about- you're talking about you a
men.
moment ago.
I'm talking about men who carry wallets.
What about them?
Why do they do it?
Because they
it's,
need the things that
you
are in them.
lose your wallet, everything's gone.
No, you see, what people should do, what I do, I have 2 wallets.
Yes, I know.
I
The
have
one
ju-
with the moss in it, and
No, that's yours.
Yeah.
No, I have another wallet in case I lose my own wallet. They're backups. I've got a backup wallet. The only thing I can't back up is the money, any cash. The only time I ever lost a wallet, I had 300 quid in it.
yes, we know.
And I had never, ever had that amount of money in a wallet in my life. And the reason I had that money in it was because I wanted to buy this particular thing. And I wanted to use cash for reasons that should be kept to myself. And I said, I'll just stick that 300 in that wallet there, and I'll do this tomorrow. I was going to buy that particular
But
thing
tell me
tomorrow.
why you carry a wallet.
Because you need the things that are in
You
it.
don't.
Driving
don't.
license, right?
You need your driving license?
Credit cards?
Put your driving license in your car.
Okay, all right.
Or keep it-
Here's a revolutionary concept. A debit card, a cash card, a credit card.
Just stick it in your back pocket. Stick it.
No.
Put it in a coat pocket with a little zip on it.
AA.
What AA? What's your AA?
AA
AA
card,
card?
yeah.
Ah, wise up. You keep that in your car as well.
You've never had a wallet, have you?
No.
I know. That's because, you see, you think that everyone's mad because they haven't had a wallet. You're the one who's weird. You're the one
I've
who
never
doesn't-
had a watch.
And
either.
not because you don't need anything. You don't
A
want
man
anything.
offered me a watch on Sunday. He felt sorry for me.
sure he did.
So he did. He says, "Do you want?" I said, I had this conversation with him. I said, "I never had a watch in my life." He said, "Actually, I didn't." He said, "I have one if you want it." I said, "No, it's all right. I never had a watch." No, but I can't understand why men carry wallets.
I understand
That's all.
perfectly because most men are normal and you don't understand any normal behaviour.
And
so there's
also,
no point in me explaining that. to you.
Why do men put wallets into their back pockets and have to give themselves?
Well, that's a
big-
mistake. That's a
big
mistake. Unless you have a button
fat
on it.
backside.
It gives them a big fat arse as well. One of the things that I think is impossible to deal with is when you do lose your wallet, if you've got a lot of credit cards, you panic, you see. And this is what you do. You cancel them all right away. Never do that. Always wait until night.
But
Don't
surely-
cancel them. Don't
surely
cancel.
you
Do you know what
must
happened to
know.
me? Will you stop? Shut up. Don't you realise? So
but-
you think everybody's weird because they don't do exactly what you do. You must understand, John. You're the weird one. You're the weird one. You're the only man in the world who hasn't got a wallet. Do you understand that? Must accept that you're the weird one. You're the only man on this planet
But
who
listen.
doesn't have a wallet.
Right. You're going out. Right now you're carrying about
I have a
stuff.
wallet in my coat upstairs.
Right. And there's things in that you'll not need today.
There's things
or
in that-
maybe not tomorrow.
No, but I don't know that.
You do know that because
No, I don't know
right,
that.
you-
Okay, right. Supposing I get that wallet in my pocket. I drive up to, let's say, Belfast this afternoon. Okay?
This
I
is-
say, let's say I'm just going to do this. I'm going to drive up there and I'm going to drive back. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when I arrive there, this is a theoretical situation. This actually happened to me. And say it's a Saturday, that kind of thing. Say it's a Saturday, and I'm going up there.
Saturday.
Okay, I'm going up to Belfast, and I'm going to wallet in my pocket. So I've got something in the boot of the car which I want to take out, right? So I open the boot, and I see something that I must do this. And I have the keys, and I put the keys down, and I lift what I'm doing, and I close the boot, and I suddenly realise I've closed the boot, the keys of my car in the boot, and it automatically locks. Because the car that I have, it automatically locks. So what I've done is I've locked the keys of my car in the boot. What do I do? What do you do if you have no wallet? What do you do?
I phoned my wife.
She comes from Belfast. She comes from down to Belfast.
Something will happen. She'll
No, but supposing you want to get your, supposing you want to phone
she
your
would.
wife,
Right. I phoned
who's
my wife.
75 miles away.
Yes, and
what's
I
she
say,
going to do?
I would say, do a spare key that's in the jug up above the thing. I need it. I've locked the key. And she says, whereabouts in Belfast are you? And I said, hold on, I'll look up the street sign. And then I find out where I am. And she says, right, we'll have to get it down to you somehow.
Wouldn't it be easier if you phoned a guy up and gave him your credit card number and he came out and opened your boot and you give him 20 quid?
Right, well, I could do that. We could do
No, you
that.
couldn't
Well,
do- you
listen,
couldn't do that.
Listen.
You couldn't do that because you have no money, you have no wallet.
Listen, I could phone my wife and say to my wife, I've locked the keys in the car. And she said, well, hold on, I'll phone the AA and give him your credit card number and tell him where you are. And then the man will come to me.
But you don't have a credit card.
My wife has.
Well, why don't you have one?
Because I would lose it.
But you wouldn't lose if you had a wallet.
I would
Now,
lose
one of the things that people shouldn't do is when they have a wallet, when they lose it, don't cancel the credit cards right away. Because you know what happens? This is what happened to me. Can I tell you what happened to me? Just briefly. I lost my wallet, right? I don't know how I lost it. But anyway, I cancelled all the credit cards. And then I said, I better go to the police station here the next day. So I went to the police station the next day. And I told them, they said, we have your wallet here, sir, and all your cards. And I went, well, what about the money? Oh, there's no money, sir. It was just credit cards. So she gave me back my wallet and all the credit cards were all cancelled. There was no money in it.
No, but you see, it's a chance you take. You had to cancel those credits. You had to. The right thing.
Say
the
after
right-
me,
Was
I
it-
am the. Say after me, I am the only man in the world. Go on.
Me, I have to say this.
Yes,
I am the only man in the world.
who doesn't have a wallet?
Well, I don't know about that.
Come on, I want you to say that.
I don't know. Jackie Fullerton hasn't got a wallet.
Yes, he has.
He
just,
has
He
not.
just doesn't let anybody see it.
On 92 to 95 FM,
and 1341 medium wave.
this is BBC Radio Ulster.
Now it's 11 o'clock. This is the BBC News with Keith Burnside. A Catholic church in East Belfast has been the target of a sectarian attack for the second time in a week. St Matthew's on the Newtonards Road was splashed with red, white and blue paint in an overnight attack. Mervyn Jess reports from the scene.
Ash Wednesday Mass goers were shocked by what they witnessed as they arrived at St Matthew's Church this morning. The front of the building was covered in red, white and blue paint splashes after an overnight attack. Last week, the same church was daubed with sectarian graffiti linked to the row at the Celtic Rangers football match. That had just been washed off the walls, and now this. Parishioners going into Mass this morning blamed a small number of people for the ongoing attacks, and they say Protestant and Catholic families who live close to each other on the Newtonards interface want the attacks to stop. Police investigating this incident will be checking footage from nearby CCTV cameras in a bid to track down those responsible. Meanwhile, the church itself may have to review its own security arrangements in light of the recent attacks.
The Finance Minister, Sammy Wilson, has laid his budget before the Assembly for its approval. There have been weeks of wrangling over where money should go. Mr Wilson said that cuts had been imposed as a result of decisions made by the UK government. He defended his budget.
Some people in this House were quick to rush to the media last Friday after I presented the budget outcome. There were claims it was unimaginative and false, conveying, in my view, such a message to the public does a disservice insofar as it undermines confidence and, I believe, undermines the prospects and the attempts that we're making to kick-start the economy after the recession.
A weather update now. Here's Cecilia Daly.
Cold and windy today with a mix of sunshine and showers. The showers will be wintry for a time, especially over higher ground in the north. This afternoon, clouds will gather from the west to bring a spell of more persistent rain, and temperatures at best just 7 or 8 degrees, but feeling much colder in the wind. Tonight, further showers are expected and winds will remain brisk.
BBC News.
BBC Radio Ulster. Travel news.
In North Belfast, there is a security alert on Jamaica Road in the Old Park area, so please avoid. Onto roadworks, and the A3 Belfast Road at Dollingstown is closed until 7 o'clock this evening. Diversions are in place via the Dromore Road and the New Forge Road, and anyone coming off the motorway should use Junction 10 at Lurgan. And because of the weather, there are some cancellations to the Rathlin Ferry today. The 12 and 4 o'clock sailings from Rathlin have been cancelled, as well as the 2 and 4:30 sailings from Ballycastle. Eileen Moyna reporting.
Travel news on BBC Radio Ulster.
On Talkback with Maxine Mawhinney today, elderly patients being refused extra milk for their cereal, blind people not being told their food has arrived. That's what's going on in our hospital wards. What's your experience of hospital food? Call us 08459 555 678 or text us 81771. Will the budget get passed today, do you think? Well, there's the mother of all debating sessions going on at Stormont. We'll have the latest for you from there. With Catholic schools topping the league tables, would you rise above religion to try to get your kids into one? We want your views on that. And we'll also be taking a look at some of the paintings of an elephant. Join us and the debate. That's on Talkback at 12.
I think you're to talk now, are you?
What's he
Ken's in. Get off his knee. Ken's
you know what he did there? He came in, he pointed at me and started, and he mouthed things at me.
I see him.
Well, he thought I was supposed to be talking, and I wasn't talking.
He's
He was
only
trying
back
to-
from his holiday.
That's what's wrong with him.
He's excited.
I did. Did you know what happened there?
No.
He was listening to Radio Foil, you see, and they finished. And then the talkback trail was a wee bit later, and so he thought I wasn't talking. So he came in. Well, listen, his face. Do you see
I
his
saw him
face?
panicking. He really was panicking.
He never
Kev
even said
panicked.
hello after his holidays. It's terrible. Anyway, we're talking about hospital terms. A lady has sent me this Ulster Scots Medical Dictionary. Have you seen this?
No.
Some Ulster Scots terms. Artery.
Right.
That's the study of paintings. Bacteria. No, won't do that one.
No.
Barium.
Barium.
That's what doctors do when patients die. Benign. That's what you are after you're 8. Caesarean section, where holidaymakers go. It's a neighbourhood in Rome. Cat scan, looking for your cat. Cauterize. I made contact with a girl in a bar. Coma, a punctuation mark. Dilate, to live long. Enema, not a friend. Fester, quicker than somebody. Fibula, small lie.
They're better.
Impotent.
Good. No.
Distinguished, well known. Or get up with that, you impotent brat. That Mr. McGuire said. Labour pain. Getting hurt when you're working. A medical staff. That's a cane the doctor uses to walk. Morbid.
No.
The higher offer. Nitrates.
Nitrates.
That's cheaper than day rates. Node.
What?
Node.
No.
You know you get nodes in your throat?
Aye.
Means I knew it.
Oh.
Outpatient. A person who's passed out. Pelvis. Elvis's second cousin. Post-operative. Postman. Recovery room. A place where they do furniture. Rectum. Nearly killed him.
God.
Secretion. To hide something. Seizure. a Roman emperor, a tablet, small table, terminal illness, getting sick in the airport bar, tumor, 1 plus 1 more,
Tumor.
urine, as opposed to you're out. Oh,
Urine's
making me
great.
cough.
Urine's the best.
That's much better.
Aye.
Urine. No, you're out. Oh, that made me cough.
Ah, that's great.
I enjoyed that.
So did I.
It's great when I enjoy myself.
You came to me with words of grace and hope, eloquent and true, my heart eloped. You led the line and fed the battle cry. I never even stopped to question why. I took your colors, wrapped around my soul. Then I noticed a dirty gaping hole. Then I saw what you had gone and done. You left me standing here with a smoking gun. Of all the things you could have said, you went and left me here for dead. You left me standing here with a smoking gun. Now your fading beauty's gone away. Mouth wide open, nothing left to say. Seduction makes for such a painless fall. Break me into pieces like a doll. Every move is making sense. You're counting dollars, votes, and cents. You break me into pieces like a doll.
That's a very dangerous record to play when you're driving. Do you remember? You weren't there. What am
Would
I
you
telling
talk to
that
Joe?
for?
He's in a bad area.
I'm going to talk. He's
No,
in a bad area.
Bad reception area.
You're afraid that somebody's going to hit him?
No, he might drop out.
I remember playing that in the car one time, and I nearly killed myself.
Could you tell Joe
I don't
that?
listen to music in the car because it distracts me. I don't like music. I don't like music. Listening to music in the car. But sometimes I listen to particular records for the benefit of the listeners. But the only time I hate sitting upstairs listening to music. Sometimes you get a lot of music in here, and I listen to it all the time, and it takes up a lot of time because I only listen to 30 seconds at the start of each song. So sometimes I take a load of CDs with me in the car and I play them because you know you're doing nothing else. But I don't like music in the car because it makes me feel like I'm silly. For instance, I don't know why. I don't know why I think that.
Loud music in the car scares me.
Scares you?
Yeah. The last one I put on loud was that Viva Elvis CD. There's some
scary.
And you have to turn it up loud to really appreciate it, but it's really loud. I had to turn it down. It affects your driving.
And we don't want that.
You can't concentrate.
The first track I played after the
What
news
about Joe in the bad area?
Wait a minute, can't you hear me talk? He's in a bad area.
Well, when you talk to Joe,
I'll talk to him in a minute.
Invite him onto the programme.
Stop talking. I'm just about to tell the people that the first record I played after the news was a song called... look, I forget the name of it now. You annoyed me so much.
Tell Joe.
It's called The Broken Doll. The track's called Broken Doll by a band called the Dolly Birds. DOLLYBYRDS. And people are asking me about that. It's on iTunes. Dolly Birds. DOLLYBYRDS. Hello, good morning. I believe you're in a bad area.
Good morning. I just got through that bad area, Jerry.
That's okay. Tell me what we can do. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
That's okay. Hello, you still there?
Yes.
Sean there. Sean has a mate. I don't have a wallet.
There you are.
Did you put him on to tell me that he doesn't have a wallet?
No, he wants to tell you about his wallet. It's.
He seems very quiet.
It's you. It's you, old stilted drawers.
Stilted? Don't call me stilted drawers.
Yes, you are.
I shut up and let him speak. And he wouldn't say
you're. I told you, you're in one of those moods today.
I'm Fran.
Yes.
So you don't have a wallet?
No. Car license is in the car.
Yes.
Credit card's at home. Credit card number's in my phone. PIN number's in my phone. Account number's in my head.
You shouldn't do that. You should never put your PIN number of anything. Are you telling me that you've got your credit card number and your PIN number in your phone?
Under two different names.
Ah, good man. All right then. So you don't bring anything.
There's no saying don't keep all your eggs in one basket.
That's true. So you don't have a wallet with you at all. You don't bring a wallet out with you.
Nope.
All right then. Well, that's okay. You know, that's two of you. That seems okay.
Yeah,
and thanks for putting him on, Sean.
Sorry, I just want you.
It's very interesting conversation. This is.
You see,
all he has to say is, "I have no wallet."
No, wallets are becoming old-fashioned. old men and wallets.
Yeah, it's only girls and old men. Girls and old men carry wallets.
Yes,
old men's and wallets and watermelon wine.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
well, there may be a certain degree of truth in that.
Yes,
I'm not. I'm just saying.
The younger man doesn't carry a wallet.
All right. Then.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right then. Thank you much. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, Jerry. Okay.
Bye. That's great conversation. Thank you very much.
Well, what about number two?
No, I'm all right. Thanks. I'm okay. I went before I came in here. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Bravely.
Do you have a wallet?
No. I'll tell you one thing. I would never carry a wallet. I carry a few quid in the back pocket and a very thin, wee, small thing that you can put your credit cards in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going to say my arse pocket, sorry. My back pocket is never full.
Well, that's good. Because, a lot of people,
But you can see a bump. You see a thief can see a bump or anything.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people who wear kind of what they used to call slacks. Remember people used to call a certain type of trouser? Do you know the people who play golf?
Yes.
You observe these guys.
I only know Sean.
They're still wearing slacks, aren't they?
By the way, you know this man very well.
I know this man here. This man is talking at the moment.
Personal friend of this man.
Personal friend of this man?
Yes.
Well, I wonder.
And you haven't identified him yet.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to be identified. I don't know who he is.
Well, you try and find out who he is.
If I asked him who he was, do you think he would tell me?
No, you ask him questions. No, but not his name. Ask him. Go on.
A series of questions to try and discover his identity.
Who he is, and he will say yes or no.
Will he?
Yeah, well,
all right then. Are you a native of Northern Ireland?
Yes.
Are you a native of Belfast?
Aye.
Yes. Are you a man who has spent a number of his years in any form of show business?
Aye.
Are you a man who has ever said yes when he could
No.
say aye? Right. Are you... hold on, I know who this is.
Yeah.
Are you a man who has ever eaten barnbrack?
I hate barnbrack. I used to pick the corns and raisins. I don't know ma would have given me a slice of it, you know.
Does your name start with a J?
It would be, yeah, it would nearly be as well, aye.
Well, Jason, great to talk to you.
Oh, Geraldine.
I said, tell me this, are barnbracks still on the go? I believe you're coming back.
Actually, you were asked us to do a concert in the Island Centre this Burn Patrick's night. So we said, I will have a go. Now, I haven't played for 7 or 8 years.
And the one on the Island Centre in Lisbon is going to be their first gig for 7 or 8 years.
It is indeed.
Oh my God.
We've had 2 or 3 rehearsals, and it's just like yesterday.
Well, you must be nervous. Do you feel like anyway nervous about
The
going
only
on stage
thing that
again?
makes me nervous is an empty plate.
Well, how is your avoir de pois anyway these days? Are you still a portly man? Or are you a thin man? Or are you a chunky man?
I'll tell you what. You know the big fella Alec that plays the guitar?
Yes.
He could at any juncture go in for a sumo wrestling without an audition.
And what about the bald chap?
Oh, he's still balding. Oh, no, he's all right. We're all right. We've enjoyed the rehearsals. It's good crack.
Well, that's good. Well, we wish you all the best. And that's on St. Patrick's Night, which indeed is next Thursday. Not this Thursday. Thursday next week.
Following Thursday. And you know something? It's nearly 3/4 full.
Already?
Already?
Oh, well, that's the last quarter sorted out then. All the people will be rushing to their phones now.
Oh,
as we
here's
speak.
hoping it well. All right. One of you fed up to let me know.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I think that's honest, but I was just saying, I used to play outdoor bowls, and I'm going to do it this year, but I had a cold shoulder. You see, it's so, sorry, a cold shoulder, and I couldn't play.
Is that,
that's all.
That's what's called a frozen shoulder.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Cold shoulder's a different thing.
Shoulder, you know, so.
A frozen. What is a frozen shoulder? It just does it.
Your shoulder gets stiff, and your arm gets sore, and you can't lift it above. In other words, you couldn't reach anything up above your head.
Certainly don't put your hand above your head when you're playing bowls.
Well,
what kind of bowls do you play?
Play a bad shot, you know.
Yeah, if I could lift the ball that high, that would do me. All right then, Jimmy. Listen, nice to talk to you.
Okay, you too as well, Jack.
Have a great night.
Be fella beside you, will you?
Okay. Bye. What's his second name? I can't remember his second name. What was his second name? Jimmy
McPeak.
Jimmy McPeak. I'm sorry. I just couldn't remember it for a moment. You know? Yeah. What am I? Kind of, some kind of memory man?
He couldn't lift his hand above his head playing bowls.
I know, but you see... There's no answer to that.
No, I know.
Some messages here. A man wants to know, am I worried about my nether regions? No, I'm not worried about my nether regions. As a matter of fact, I'm very pleased with my nether regions. And a gentleman wants to know if I have piles. The answer to that is no. Morning, Tom Thumb. Well, I know I may be getting shorter, but isn't that ridiculous? Any chance of playing Carrigafergus? I know what you mean. I'm edgy today.
Yeah.
I'm
sharpness about you.
There's a sharpness about me and a little unpleasantness about me today.
Your wee boy could turn on you right and handy.
I could turn on somebody today. Yeah. But you see, that's not a conscious thing. It's something within me. And I don't get up in the morning and say, I'm going to be a little unpleasant today. There's something basically unpleasant about me. And people have always noticed this eventually. I'm all right most of the time, but every once in a while I can be unpleasant. And it comes out in me, and I can't... I dearly wish I wasn't unpleasant at times, but it comes out of me. It's coming out today. Can you see it coming out?
Yes, I spotted it first thing this morning.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How perceptive.
As soon as I walked in, I said, Because you were very, very quiet this morning. Very quiet in the office. And I said to myself, not himself today. So say nothing. Let him bring up conversation. And I said absolutely nothing to you because I knew you wanted to be. Was it Greta Garbo? You see, I just knew it. I says, he's not for talking today. The boy is not for talking. So I'll just let him alone. and you tapped away on your little computer and you worked away. You didn't even look at your newspapers. I says, now there's something. There's something. He has to check the papers.
He's off his papers.
He's off his papers today. Yeah.
That's like saying he never had nothing this morning.
So I always put that down to a restless night with you. When you don't get a good night's sleep, you're not yourself. And I know tonight, or last night was one of those nights that you had.
I'm worried about my finances.
You're not.
Been asking for this song every day for 2 weeks. Could you please play Jason Clarke's Single Sparks? I think I played that last week from Murph and Lisburn. Please play this. Actually, get this man into your studio. Sean, I don't carry a wallet either. Don't see the point of it. Years ago until I lost over 100 quid. That's one of your guys, yeah. Gerry, you're wrong. My husband never carried a wallet in all the years I know him. You see all these people all running in to tell me how mean they are. I understand this. You don't carry a wallet because you don't want to spend nothing.
Well, I've done a lot in a short space of time, and I've seen faces that don't know how to smile. People on the ground, they look up at you. It's hard to switch off, but that's what I'm trying to do. 'Cause someone told me the world owes you nothing, and I think it might be true, but I feel something out there. And I wonder what it's like to know there's no one that you can turn to when you need to open up and tell someone. Tell them how you feel. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. That's all they hear ringing in their ears. And some of them say they serve their country. Some of them I wonder where is their family. And someone told me the world owes you nothing. I think it might be true, but I feel something out there. And I wonder what it's like to know there's no one that you can turn to when you need to open up and tell someone. Tell them how you feel. Gets me down when I see you eating something that someone thought was beneath them. You're sitting on the ground with your life's treasures, and people run past you at their leisure. And someone told me the world owes you nothing. I think it might be true, but I feel something out there. And I wonder what it's like to know there's no one that you can turn to when you need to open up and tell someone. Tell them how you feel.
It's a long way home, he used to walk it with her. And down the alleyway, well that's where he first kissed her. I'm here. Sat on a bench in the park, she carved their names into the bark of a tree. Rove wherever you and me will. She's scratching at the wall, and she knows that they'll never have it all. Stars show love and youth, but the street lamps know the truth. Pebbles at your window, don't let your daddy know, don't let your daddy know. Pebbles at your window, don't let him know, don't let him know, no, no. Pebbles at your window, don't let your daddy know, don't let your daddy know. Pebbles at your window, don't let him know. I'm here. She wakes up, she hears the gate, she checks the time, she knows it's too late for what he's about to propose. The window is open, she wishes it was closed. He's writing on the wall, pretending like they've always had it all. Stars show love and youth, but the street lamps know the truth. Pebbles at your window, don't let your daddy know, don't let your daddy know. Pebbles at your window, don't let him know, don't let him know, no, no. Pebbles at your window, don't let your daddy know, don't let your daddy know. Pebbles at your window, don't let him know. Pebbles at your window, don't let your daddy know. Pebbles at your window.
That's a young girl making a name for herself, a young singer-songwriter from Northern Ireland called Morgan McIntyre. Very, very good. And before that, it's another singer-songwriter from Northern Ireland called John Gribben, and he called himself Building Pictures. And that's the Closing Door. Why do you call himself Building Pictures? Because it's a group called Building Pictures, and that's called the Closing Doors EP. See that way I'm on top of everything? And people think, you know...
Joe in Scotland wants you to play Jane McNamee.
Jane McNamee.
Singing
What a great, great
Concord.
singer. She was up in the studio one day and she's a lovely person and a lovely singer. She's from down south. I think she's from Louth. Kind of Louth. Oh, look who contacts me. The gentleman who sings Penny Lane. His name is Patrick Collins. He sent me an email. He said, I've had a number of inquiries about my CD, Elusive Dream, from people who have heard it on your show. Thank you so much for playing it. I really appreciate it, as it's great to get some feedback like that. Should you require some copies for listeners or whatever, please let me know, as it's not distributed by anyone. I'd love to have a chat on the air sometime. We must get that man on the phone. Chat to that man, because, you know, after all, public interest, and you know how concerned I am.
Yes.
I want to provide the public with what they want. That's my only wish, that the people hear what they want. Whenever I'm asked for a request, I always do my damnedest to make sure that the people hear it, because I'm not a selfish person. I don't just play what I like. I depend on the feedback. A gentleman writes to me and he said, being the perfect husband and in pursuit of some brownie points, I thought I'd let my wife have a lie on one Sunday morning. So I tidied up the house and I lit the fire. She was very pleased until she noticed that a brown envelope was missing from the table in the living room. I had, of course, tidied it up. The brown envelope I had used to light the fire, which contained her wages. £250. No wonder it lit. Oh. You know, I'm very conscious, you know, and I have sometimes given the impression in this programme that I don't care what the listeners think.
Surely you would have looked inside an envelope before you burnt it.
But you see, man, you know,
no,
man.
I can't.
Oh, yeah, but see, you're
I can't buy into that.
No, but see, you don't believe anything anyone ever tells you, because anything that anyone ever tells you, you assume it's a lie, because you're not a trusting person. I mean, it would never occur to me, if somebody told me something, it would never occur to me that man's lying, because I'm a trusting soul, and I take everyone as I get them. You judge everyone by the cut of their jib. I don't do that. I judge people by their actions, by the way they treat me. I don't look at a person and immediately dismiss them the way you do.
No, I did not. No, but I just... If
you don't believe anything people say to you.
If you saw an envelope lying on your kitchen table,
mm-hmm.
and you're lighting the fire,
mm-hmm.
would you not look and right? And it'd be a window envelope, wouldn't it? You'd see there's something inside it.
How do you know it would be a window envelope?
Okay, even if it's not, all the more reason then. That's why I asked. All the more reason to look inside it before you burn it.
Do you notice I always tap my pen when I'm not happy?
Yeah, you're agitated.
That's
You
me
are
tapping this
agitated.
I'm not myself today. I know you. But see, I was all right until you pointed it out to me. Don't point this out to me before. I was grand before you pointed out to me that I wasn't well.
The girls at reception spotted it when you come in. There were two girls talking at reception, and when you walked in, you didn't speak to them, and they said, "Ooh." No way, girls look at one another. Ooh. Big grumpy drawers today, Janet said. So not only did I spot it, the girls spotted it at reception.
You're far too nosy, the whole lot of you.
For it's over the mountain and over the min, through Gibraltar to France and the spin. It's a feather to your bonnet and a kilt upon your knee. So list, bonny laddie, and come on with me. That's why recruiting sergeants came from the Black Watch, through markets and fairs, some recruits for to catch. But all that they listed was 40 and 12. So list, bonny laddie, and come my way. For it's over the mountain and over the main, through Gibraltar to France and to Spain. It's a feather to your bonnet and a kilt upon your knee. So list, bonny laddie, and come away with me. Now laddie, you can know the danger that you're in. If horses were to fly and your house was to ruin, this greedy old farmer would never pay your way. So listen, honey laddie, and come away with me. For it's over the mountain and over the main, through Gibraltar to France and to Spain. There's a feather to your bonnet and a kilt upon your knee. So listen, honey laddie, and come away with me. For it's out by the barn and it's in by the briar. This old farmer thinks he'll never tire. It's a slavery job of a lowly degree. So listen, bonny laddie, and come away with me. For it's over the mountain and over the main, through Gibraltar to France and to Spain. It's a feather to your bonnet and a kilt upon your knee. So listen, bonny laddie, and come away with me. A sweetheart in the barn, you'll easy be rid of a real spun yarn. So I rattles of the drum, oh sure that will pay it all. So listen, bonny laddie, and come my way. For it's over the mountain and over the main, through Gibraltar to France and to Spain. It's a feather to your bonnet and a kilt upon your knee. So listen, bonny laddie, and come away with me. For it's over the mountain and over the main, through Gibraltar to France and to Spain. It's a feather to your bonnet and a kilt upon your knee. So list, bonny laddie, and come away with me. So list, bonny laddie, and come away with me.
That's the Rapparees. That's from their album, which is called Wrapped Up. That's a track called Two Recruiting Sergeants. No, Twa Recruiting Sergeants. What can I do to cheer myself up? There was a suggestion earlier, or maybe I should do the Angelus Bells.
There's a man on one.
It always cheers me up.
It's a very poor bell.
I'm trying to get it right.
A very poor bell.
All right, go on, you do better.
No, I can't do bong.
Ach, bong.
I can't do bong.
It's not a bong. It's an electronic thing.
Well,
I was in a service the other day.
Yes.
I was at a service the other day, and I saw the most horrible thing. Do you know the way when we went to, us being little Catholic boys, when we went to chapel, the fellow we fed the altar boy, what do you call me, altar boy? They used to ring the little bell.
Yes.
A little bell, ding-a-ling-ling-ling. No, when the juju was going on, the mumbo jumbo. But now they don't do that. They press a button and there's a buzz. Have you seen that?
No, they press a buzz, some as a bing bong, a bong.
There's not a bing bong.
Not a bing bong. There's a bong bong.
No, not even a bong bong, nor
There's
a bing bong.
bong,
There was a buzz. I was in a place. No, but that's the bells. Yeah.
No.
The bells are electronic. Do you remember you used to go outside if you're getting married or anything like that? No, the 3 or 4 times you get married, and you stand outside and the bells go dong 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 dong. Now they go dong dong dong.
Tell me one person you know that the bells rang for when they get married.
Go on. That's where the bells go. I'm
Tell
not talking
me
about
one
that.
person you know.
No, I'm not saying the bells rang for them, but when they go out, sometimes if they're lucky, the bells are going. Maybe it's 12 o'clock or something like that. They go bing a ling a dong a ding a bong a ding a bong a ling a bong. All those days, no real bells going. That doesn't happen anymore. But the altar thing, this is what happens. The priest goes, and then you would hear ding a ling a ling a ling a ling, ding a ling a ling a ling a ling, and then you'd all go. You go like that. You see, you have to be praying. But now the priest goes, and all you hear is, that's the bell, the buzz. That's no good at all. And then you go outside, the bells are going, dong, dong. It's like the radiophonic workshop. It's like Doctor Who or something. When they can bring the bells back and bring the wee tinkly things back. But the worst thing I ever saw, do you know the thing that the priest swings with the incense in it? You know, this lovely smell comes out.
See the way you're on your own here?
What's wrong with you? There's no age to you.
No, it's not chemo savvy.
Gerry, I love the
There's
show.
a man on one.
Dong, dong. Love the show. However, I have to take a stand concerning a story that I heard this morning. Some person rang in and said they found a lost cat somewhere. Please, 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 this cat or any other cat is not lost. This poor cat was probably out for a dander, minding his own business. That's your theory.
Yes.
That not many cats are lost. They're just fine. You know, they're just out for a kind of a sniff about. Minding his own business when again a human accosts them, wrestles the poor thing into a car, takes them miles away into their home, and then proceeds to ring Gerry Anderson and the local police reporting a lost cat. The cat and every other cat is not lost. Leave them alone. They are fine and well, or they were until this happened. Anyway, gentleman rings up to say, do you remember that brown envelope?
Mm-hmm.
It was crumpled.
Right.
It was crumpled, you know.
That's
the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
Yeah,
I tuned in this morning to the large presenter who precedes your show. When I say large, I refer, of course, to his ego, not his stomach size. I was initially surprised to hear him speaking about... No, I'm not going to read that.
There's a call on one then.
Do you know what I love? Do you know when you get an email like that and you don't read the whole thing and you just read it all the way through and until halfway through you realise what it's really about? And then you have to stop.
We have a fair idea.
What?
We have a fair idea.
Now, don't be so silly now. You don't have no idea what that man wrote. It was very unusual and very, very evilly filthy. Anyway, hello, good morning.
Hello, Gerry. How are you?
I've just read something evilly filthy.
Good lad. Well, listen, the last block of minutes just reminds me to drink less coffee.
Well, you see, this is the effect that this programme has on people. Keeps their caffeine lessons down.
Yes, definitely so. Gerry, it's John here from Ross Cycles in Castlewellan.
Oh, John, how are you? Nice to speak to you.
Full of the joys of spring and yourself.
Oh, good. I'm fine, thank you.
Ah, good.
I couldn't be better.
Good man. Are you getting out on your bike much?
Not so much now because the temperature has dropped somewhat to below cycling temperatures.
In some magazine, I seen you a picture of yourself standing, or actually sitting on your bicycle at a harbour pier.
Oh, that's years ago.
Oh, was it?
Do you know where that was?
Where?
That's Rathlin Island.
Rathlin Island. Good gracious.
Because actually what happened that day was we were out doing a kind of a program, like this, talking to people who are all the same name. And then after the program, when everybody went away back to what we euphemistically call the mainland,
yes.
I decided to stay on the island because I had never been in Rathlin Island before. So I went and I got myself a bicycle.
Good man.
And I hired a bicycle, or someone lent it to me. I can't remember what it was. So I decided to go to the Puffin Reserve on the other side of the island.
Very good.
And it was a very warm day. And I neglected to bring any kind of water or lemonade or anything with me because I said to myself, sure, I'll get something on the way. So I'm all the way through, and then suddenly I realised that the sun is beating down upon me, and there are no shops. And I'm suddenly in the last stages of well, it was almost like being in Death Valley. I had to flag down a car and gulp water from them. But then I eventually made my way back, and I was down in the harbour, and this man came over to me and he said, "Do you mind if I take your photograph?" And I said, "Certainly, by all means." And he took the photograph, and it ended up in a postcard.
Very good.
And that's me in Rathlin Island.
Well, you're very photogenic anyway, Gerry.
I always thought so.
Gerry, it was just in reference to somebody was on earlier on mentioned about a brown envelope that they threw into the fire and burnt.
Yes.
A similar thing happened to myself. Now, before I realised it was actually a birthday card, but about 3/4 of the note was burnt. But I took the remaining part to my bank, and they're able to. I'm not sure whether every bank, but my bank in the town were able to refund me obviously they took the old note, but give me a note in its lieu. So in case maybe somebody does put an item like that into the fire, realising there's money in it.
That's right.
So just if they have any remains, this was a couple of years ago, but you never know. It's better than a poke in the eye.
That's right. Or a slap across the face with a wet fish. No,
Gerry,
this morning. Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. This
Just
morning.
whenever I have you here, I've been in a few local amenities, as in refuge centres and things like that. I'm associated with, or I help out. There's a wee lady in Newcastle that sends stuff a container once or twice a year to Africa. We give her bicycles that are no longer of use to us. But if anybody is thinking of throwing bicycles out, even if they're not any more use to them, now we do sell second-hand bikes, but there's bicycles that are no longer in use for the wee spoilt rascals of this lovely world. But over in wee Africa, they'll take anything. So if anybody's thinking of throwing stuff out, send it my way.
Okay, well, how will they contact you if anyone's got a bike at home they want to throw out? Or, how would they get it to you?
Well, if they live in this within an area of myself, I can sometimes get it collected, or I can give them the number directly of the lady that involved, and they can take the bike to them, or they can take it to me. But we are on, as the world is very accessible now, so they can look me up on like Google or something like that. I'm not sure what sources they can use, but we're in the local paper. We have our sign left out here and there. So if anybody wants to do that, I know you wouldn't mind doing it because you do so much of the Lord's work anyway.
Indeed, the Lord is pleased with me.
Yes.
And what area is this? Tell the people what area.
Castlewellan,
Castlewellan, okay. And do you have a website as such, or can
No,
email?
no. Just I'm still sticking to the notepad and paper.
All right then. So anyone in that particular area would know you,
yes.
And it's Ross Cycles, is that it?
That's it, Gerry. I missed you in the Hilliard House. You were reading poems with your friend
Sean Donnelly.
That's it.
That's right. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. It was really good.
I'm not sure. I was speaking to his son, and he was saying one time that you were coming to Newcastle to do something, and they sort of thought you were booked into a hotel, but he had to give up his room one night. Would that be true?
That's right. Yes, I said to the young lad, "I need your bed. Get out of there."
Yes.
And he was quite happy to give me his bed.
Well, that's again he knows you're associated with God, so that's
Indeed,
the whole thing sorted out. But Gerry, listen, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Good man.
Bye. So there you are. If you've got what happened there?
I don't know.
What happened there?
John Ross says, "Good gracious."
Very few people say good gracious.
Good gracious, he said. Yeah, imagine that. Good gracious.
Michelle said, yesterday I came back from Rome. I was really impressed when I was there. I visited the Vatican. You ever been to the Vatican? Sistine Chapel. You ever been to that?
Yes, and very
Wonderful.
nice it is too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I couldn't get over such opulence. I've never seen so much wealth accumulated in one place. And today I came out of a shop in Belfast, and a nun stuck a collecting tin under my nose. I said, "Go to the Vatican, chip something off the wall." What a cruel thing to say. There's a very good young band called Southern who'll be a guest in this programme very soon.
You cannot believe it. Where's he supposed to be? His feelings are sold out. Musketeer, not 3. Pocket to pocket. money down the drain. It's drink to drinking. Oh, what a crying shame. Time to know. You see, you got yourself into something much deeper than you knew. Pocket to pocket, it's money down the drain. It's drink to drinking. Oh, what a crying shame. Cannot believe it. Where's he supposed to be? He's feeling so sold out. A musketeer now 3. Pocket to pocket, it's money down the drain. It's drink to drinking. Oh, what a crying shame. 2 doors down.
That's Southern. Excellent band. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, yes, who's this?
It's Vivian from Lurgan.
Hello, Vivian, how are you today?
Not too bad. Not
Good.
too bad.
Good. What
I'll
can we
tell
do for
you-
you today?
Pardon?
What can we do for you today?
I was wondering, Gerry, if anybody out there would have a Vodafone 533 charger. I can't seem to get the hold of one. It's a phone that my granddaughter has given me. We mobile.
A Vodafone 533?
Yes, charger.
Why can you not get that? That seems to be fairly standard. I mean, it's not as if it's 10 years old or anything.
No. I think the child had it about 3 years, and now she's passed it on to her nanny here for phoning a taxi or phoning her.
Yeah, well, 3 years is quite a long time in the life of a mobile phone.
Well,
You know,
this
these
is
things
it.
change so quickly.
Yes.
Well, that shouldn't be too difficult because, I mean, everybody has chargers and everybody throws them in their drawer. I've about 15 or 20 of them. And, I mean, if somebody said to me, you know, I just have so many chargers. Just every time I open a drawer, I find a charger or an old mobile phone. It looks like a brick. And sometimes, do you ever notice when you open a drawer and you find your own mobile phone, maybe perhaps it's used 3 years ago, and you say, "Just boys, look at the size of that." Did I
don't
carry
know.
that around?
I don't know, Gerry. You say I haven't had a mobile before.
Oh, yours has been passed down to you.
Yes.
Well, you see, 3 years is practically an antique.
Oh, well, there we are.
No, it's not really. It's just it'll work perfectly well. But you know, sometimes they don't keep these charges for a long time. But I'm sure somebody has one.
If they have, Gerry, I'd be prepared to buy it off them.
Of course you would. A
Or something.
Vodafone 533.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone's got a charger, or even one of the older Vodafone chargers, because all the Vodafone ones are all fairly standard.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the Sony Ericsson ones and all those ones, they're all standard for particular periods.
Right.
So all you
right.
need is a 3-year-old Vodafone charger, really, and that would do you.
Yes.
I see you're amazed at my technical expertise.
Yes.
I feel your mouth gape open at the wonderful knowledge that I'm imparting to you from the top of my head. All right then. So anybody who can help you at all, give us a ring here at 08459 555 678. And even if we don't have a lot of time, or even send us a wee email or a wee text or something, we'll make sure you get the message if we can find someone who's got a charger similar to that one there now.
Well, you'd be very, very lucky if you get me on email or anything, because I don't do those modern things.
No. I'm asking people to send me an email.
Sorry.
And then you say, "Don't you be so cheeky?" And then you say, and then I'll contact you. You say.
All right, Gerry.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Here's a nice wee piece of music, if I can get it started. This is the Aaron English Band. We'll end up with this. This is called Norwegian Wood. Of course, all Beatle fans will recognise this. Or maybe not, as the case may be. I'm starting to brighten.
Apparently any charger will do as long as it connects properly.
Oh,
If
that's-
it fits in.
yeah.
Anyone will do.
Any charge will do as long as it's the right connection.
As long as it connects properly.
Did you see me starting to brighten?
You are. You
Yeah.
are. I can see it already.
You put me down at the start
I
of the
did
programme. Yes, you
not.
did. You put me in a trough. I was all right at the start. What do you think? I was some kind of a pig? Don't be telling me I'm bad. Don't be telling me there's something wrong with me, because then I'll believe you. Keep me up. I hear now in spite of you. I'm brightening up in spite of you.
Or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room.
This is from Daniel O'Donnell's latest album.
Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. But I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. Sat on the rug, biding my time, drinking her wine.
That's a man's been listening to David Bowie records.
Talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh.
Who did David Bowie base his vocal style on? A little quiz for you.
I have no idea.
Think about it.
Okay.
Sings like that. Who did he base his vocal style on completely? And when you hear it, you recognise it right away, but you'd never think of it in a million years.
This is your theory.
No, he admitted it himself.
Oh, he admitted it. Okay, well, that's fair enough. That's good enough for me.
He started off, his voice is an replication of Anthony Newley.
Is that so?
Think about it.
Yes, I hear it now. I hear him.
Grand Control tonight at home, sitting in its tin can. Oh, right?
Yeah, I
Hey.
hear it. Did he say that, or is this your theory? Tell
He
me the
said
truth.
that.
Tell me the truth.
He
Hands
said
up.
that.
Come on now.
He said that.
The state that you're in today, don't make
He
it worse by
said
lying.
that.
You're not telling me.
Rock. Can't tell anything to anybody. Nobody believes anything I say. Back tomorrow at 10:30, and I'll be fine tomorrow, as I was fine today until I told I wasn't.